Hello, hello. Wonderful day. Wonderful, wonderful day for such a stream as this. There's a nice crunchy french fry for the start of the stream. I love crunchy french fry. That's not even that crunchy. It's a good ass french fry though. You cannot deny. Okay. We will be getting started shortly. I must get the game up. I think, without going into any other detail, I think I should start. Hello! It is your lovely, lovely man, Balbe. Back at it again with another stream. Today we're going to be playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe Edition, while also nomming down on a nice chili dog from Dairy Queen. Because Dairy Queen is, like, without an argument, the most fine and mid food cuisine out there in terms of the fast food industry. However, without further ado, let's get started. I speak English. No, I've never played this before. Okay, I will adjust this until it is barely visible. Here I cannot see it. Here is like nice. Please enter the current time. You can't take that out of my computer. Let me, hold on. There you go. It's gonna fall. The camera's so iffy. I have it on a book that is like standing on its spine. It's very, very iffy. I believe it is 554. Let's get this up just a little bit. Okay. Before we start the game, though, I'm gonna take a nice chili dog bite. Don't clip this. Okay. Wow. There's a hot dog. Here we go. Just as a fair warning, I will be eating this chili dog as we play. But yeah. Here we go. We're gonna get started. Begin the game. I'll try to move back so you guys don't have to hear me like chewing. This will not be a mukbang.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job.
That's me. I'm Stanley.
Was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Oh, shit. Okay. Hello. I just want to take one more break. Too much. It's too much for me. Before anything, let me bring this down, camera sensitivity to like a 1, maybe a 1.5. Is that a thing? Yeah. 2 is fine. 2's a nice mid. Okay, I am Stanley. It's time for me to get out of my desk. Okay, very lovely office we have here. I hate Mondays. As a workaholic, I feel like that doesn't feel that interesting. It's clicking sound every time I like try to interact with something. Oh shit. Okay. Okay, 429, are you in here? 428?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers. Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Oh my god, excuse me. Excuse me, excuse me. Okay. Excuse me, I'm sick. Hello? Anyone in here? No. Anyone in the vents? Okay, we're closing that. 426? 425? Oh shit. He's got double doors. Okay, username, surname access. Oh shit. Okay. Say fun. You're my Valentine. Oh, be my Valentine. Very nice. 424. Very interesting. No one's here. And there's open file cabinets. I could just... Oh, is this open? Oh, 420 was the best one. I hate Mondays. Yeah, no, there isn't anybody. Here? Oh, no. Okay, so I am supposed to keep going here. Alright, no one hiding behind the door. Very nice painting. 415's not open. Does it say fuel? Fuel. Okay, what is that? Projections? Is that just a fat guy? Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Alright, do I follow this guy's story? Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I did watch Markiplier play this like a tad bit. Just like the slightest amount. That's all I have to say. Like, I didn't watch much of it. And I remember he went through both. in his first run, and then, you know, the left on the second run. So I think for this one, I'm gonna go to the right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
I don't know my
Perhaps he
right and
wanted to
left.
stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna admire it. Yeah, absolutely. That's a lovely ocean. That's open. Okay, that's also open. This is odd. Just a bunch of computers are on. Papers everywhere. Oh, nice lounge. Please don't.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring.
Yep.
It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
Absolutely.
Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Yes, I just simply stood here. Very nice. Number one dad. Yeah, there isn't much to do here.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings.
The paintings
Really
are
worth
nice. What are you talking about? That one's a good painting? That's the same painting from
At
earlier?
this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality.
Excuse you.
It's possible that this is why everyone left.
Oh, it's because of me. How rude. That does not say my real time. Wait, does it?
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue, but when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
Alright. Just I'll sit here for like another 10 seconds to see if there's like any more dialogue. Cause this is pretty funny. Okay. These blinds are nice. Nice PNG of blinds. Okay. Nice couch. I like this one. Like how it sits right across from this one so you can have a stare off. So like this paper. Can I zoom in on that? Yo, future me, can we zoom in on that just a little bit? Thank you. Oh, these are nice papers too. Divorce papers? Oh my god. Okay. Anyways, we're off.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Excuse me, the chili dog is insinuate. Okay. First door on the left. But this store looks so like that one looks that's like a nice factory. This is like a drug dealer, you're gonna get killed type of deal. Do I go like the genocide route in Undertale where I just like absolutely obliterate every single piece of this game by not actually following the game? Hello? Anyone in here? This kind of looks interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna if you wait, what? Do not lie if you are lying right now. Stop. Okay. Apologies. This is
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
okay. I can't go back now, no? No? Can I not go back? I feel like it's not really giving me an option. That's not. Oh, fucking hell. Okay. Alright. Alright, I will follow the next direction. Do not jump from the cargo lift while it is in motion. Misuse cargo lift is 1,000 and penalty for jumping off is 5,000. If I die, then I don't need to pay it.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
You're right, I'm sorry.
There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Who's her? Who the heck is her?
This is it,
Is God a
Stanley.
woman?
Your chance to redeem yourself.
I will redeem
to
myself.
put
I'm
your
sorry.
work aside. To let her back into your life.
I will let her back
She's
into
been
me.
waiting.
Okay. I'll follow your directions. I will listen to you, big mysterious voice, oh Lord.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Is this God? Hello? I will pick it up. I'm putting my faith in God. Because God is a woman. Oh? New font of doors.
Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm
Who's
just
it?
pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
What the fuck? What the?
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving
What the
wife
fuck?
who'd want to commit their life to you?
Shut the
I'm
fuck
trying to
up.
make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here. Sorry, but you're in my story now.
I was going to listen. You know, half of this game, I can't even add commentary because the commentary will probably be provided by yours truly. Yours truly. As in you. I can't add much commentary then. What the fuck? Anyway, have a fry. Yum 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 yum. Fine. I'll leave. That is creepy.
This is a very sad story about the death of a
What?
man named Stanley.
What? I don't wanna. I don't want to. I don't want to. What if I don't want to? I can't. What if my H is missing? My H is missing. My H key is missing, woman. Man. Is this God? Is this what God looks like? Why is he so racist? Why is it wide? He wide. She wide? God's a woman. Fine.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
That's a mean thing to say. Please press K.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now
What the fuck?
he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him,
That
except
wasn't
that
like
he's
that
chosen
before,
this
right?
life.
Am I stupid? Please press G.
But in his mind,
Swear to God, there was a catch there.
In his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands.
I don't like being
It
forced.
was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Please press Y to watch TV. They're gonna dupe us.
And so he began to
What the
fantasize
hell?
about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Please press Y to spend time with the boys.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Please press F to prepare dinner.
As he wandered through this
What the
fantasy
fuck?
world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls.
Hey, God, I
Down
need you to
another
help
was a
me.
yellow line that
Please,
weaved in
God.
many directions, and down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Please press U to tell your kids a story.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Please press P to tell your wife you love her. Okay, P.
But there is no answer.
What the
How could there possibly be?
My wife is
In
at
reality,
desk.
all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one.
Please press F to go to sleep.
And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Okay, I'm not gonna do it because trying to prove his point. I will listen. I will listen. And I will eat a fry. And then another fry. To prove that I am worthy of this game. Another fry. These are like very well salted. Another fry. Is there no like... I think we're forced to like press this button because there isn't anything outside of it. I'm gonna give it another 30 seconds. I doubt that there's gonna be anything that happens. Watch the clock. Once it hits the 3, we're gonna go back and press the button. If nothing happens. This is freaking good. Good ass fries. Okay, it hit the 3. That's it.
You see? Can he just not hear me?
Yeah, I'm deaf.
How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Press M2. Question
I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I...
What the hell? You should have just said, please die. Now I'm stress eating. Here we go. We just restart the game. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, fine. I will go to the meeting room. Anything different? Nope. Nice. Is that a nice picture of the ocean still here?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Alright, we're going. Going to the left. That's a very nice cliff. Mountain range, maybe. Tips for not getting fired.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Interesting. Marketing legal. Legal. Group 42, group 47. 8-bird. This is very interesting. Everyone is unique. You, most of all. think I'm that one. Right here. Maybe. Oh. Numbers of slides on this. Number of slides on this slide? Slides, charts, and slides? Rate at which charts on the same slide depict the same information. Rate of increase in graphs per slide. What the fuck? On your boss appreciation, circle the top 20 things you love most about your boss. Okay. Synergy. Yeah, remember that it takes 2 people to start a fight, and right now you're both of them. Excuse me. Metamorphosis. Spring break. You guys have spring break and work. Talk less. Do unbelievably amazing work. All the time, every day. Don't get fired. Alright, we're done here. There's nothing. Broom closet. I want to be in here.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Oh, that's a nice broom. That's a nice coil of water.
There was nothing here.
Water wire.
No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
This sure is nice, though. I mean, this is a nice box. I could sleep on that. I could, eat that wire, I guess.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
What does that mean? Did you just say a naughty word?
Are you really still in the broom closet?
Yes, ma'am.
Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
It's really nice. I'm glad they added dialogue for that. Even pipes, look at them.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right?
Just keeps going.
If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it.
It's really nice though. I like that. I like that tape. That wrench, those wrenches. That's a
Maybe
big
to
one right
you
there.
this is somehow its own branching path.
It is.
Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
The broom closet. Ending, yeah. This is
Stanley
nice.
was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Dude. It just keeps
Well, I've
getting
come to a
worse.
very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing
Yep.
here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard.
Absolutely.
Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Okay. So I guess I'll just be waiting for another player. Yeah. Just waiting for another player. Yep. Just waiting for another player. I don't think he's gonna have any other lines.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board.
Yes.
I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you. You too. Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
Thank you. Okay. Okay. I'll be. I think that doors is gonna close, so I'm just gonna go back. Just enjoy the broom closet a little bit more. It's really nice. I'm surprised they have that much dialogue. That's great. That's such a detail.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay, very nice. I'm walking up to his boss's office. I mean, my boss's office. What is executive bathroom? I don't know if bathrooms could be executive. Oh shit, it opens. Because the boss knows that what the boss says goes. If the bosses suffered losses, then that's what the boss chose. Bars. Extreme bathrooms. It's Time magazine. It's nice. Is that like Berlin? New Jersey? Chicago? Wow, that's a very nice soap bottle compared to everything else in this room. Okay. Appreciate that. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna close this. Let's walk around. What is this? Oh, shit. Business strategy. I don't know if I like that. Killing pandas. Indoors monthly. Help! I can't find my cat. Could be indoors. What wallpaper should I put in my kitchen? Exclamation mark. How to be a good quarterly percentile. Okay. This is my boss's office. There is an elevator. I think I'm gonna take this first. I'm just gonna like follow the storyline and see where it goes.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him.
Okay.
And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845.
2845.
But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Yeah, I don't think I would have. These are nice. What was the code? 141689. Okay,
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
I could never possibly know that the combination was 3792
2845.
2485. 2594 28.
But it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself.
What?
And Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
That's great. Oh, what the hell? That's crazy. Didn't ask. Can I come? Alright. I guess I can just do this. Okay. Where are we off to now? What the hell is this? Wait. What is this? Okay, I guess we're going down the escalator. Escalator. I'll see you escalator. Escalator valid later.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
What the fuck? Okay. Very nice box. Don't know what that means.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
No, I don't. Wait, I want to see if I can go back up. Just for curiosity. Wait, I
Whoops. Nope. Never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me. Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out.
maybe I could just keep going back and forth. I think I'm just gonna go back to see what's up.
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated.
Absolutely.
It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have. An incisive rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow. I'm bolted to the edge of my seat.
Thank you. Making my way downtown, walking fast, faces passing, I'm homebound. Can I go back? Okay. So clearly, as the narrator is bolted to his seat, I'm gonna go back. Fine. Follow your rules. Follow.
Incredible. Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this?
Such passive aggressiveness.
Surely this time Stanley will walk forward into the spooky corridor, won't he?
I don't know if they have lines for if I go back up.
Did you think we were going to go forward down the spooky corridor? No. It's time once again to go back up in the elevator.
Yes.
I can't even begin to grapple with what might be up there. Is it the boss's office again? Or what if it's the boss's office this time? The suspense is killing me.
Yes. What will come out with me visiting the boss's office again? A nice light. Oh my god.
Oh my god. It's the boss's office. This absolutely changes everything for me. Give me a time out here for a minute while I process this.
Okay. Alright. Yes?
Okay, I'm ready. I'm prepared to embrace this stunning revelation and to move forward with... No! No, wait! No! I need more time to process.
I want to see if I can move in game. Okay, we're just here. Okay. He's processing this lovely turn of events. He's still processing.
All right. I have fully come to terms with it.
Okay.
I have made space in my worldview for this astonishing new reality.
Yes, thank you
As
very
before,
much.
I turn to your expert eye for gripping narrative, Master Stanley.
Thank you. I am Master Stanley. Anyways, let's go back down. I was wondering.
Of course.
Yeah,
Going back down in the elevator. How did I not anticipate it?
I was wondering
sure,
what this
now
would
it's
do.
obvious, but you have to understand that 30 seconds ago, this kind of thing had never been attempted before.
Yeah,
I had
absolutely.
no frame of reference to even anticipate it. That's just how revelatory Stanley's decision-making is.
Absolutely.
A breath of fresh air in a landscape of storytelling that has grown stale and repetitive.
Yes. I'm just so good. I'm great at this. Wow. Okay, that's a... Let's go see the corridor first.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Okay. And we're going back up the elevator. I'm very curious to see what's in the boss's office. No line. No line. Wow, I'm disappointed. The end is never. The end is loading. Oh.
You know what? I've just thought of something. Hold on, let's stop for a moment. Don't you realize? It's the anticipation, Stanley. You and I, we have no way of knowing what will be at the top of this elevator. But the suspense, the agony of waiting and anticipating and having to guess, that's the real thrill. Oh, I simply don't want to let that feeling go. It's so precious, so fleeting.
Yes.
Why don't we take this elevator ride nice and slow?
That'd be very nice. Such
There we
anticipation.
go. Isn't this so much more exciting? You know, Stanley, it seems like nowadays the only thing that audiences want is to be shocked as loudly and frequently as possible.
Yeah.
They want big, explosive moments flung right in their faces from the very moment that things get started.
Absolutely.
But where's the tension?
No tension.
Where's the trust in the audience to build a slow and nuanced appreciation for the story,
Slow,
the characters?
nuance.
Why aren't we given time to imagine the surprises?
Surprises.
To have to think and to anticipate and then to marvel at the eventual reveal. This is storytelling, Stanley. What you and I are doing right now. This is the most exciting narrative to be developed in years. And it's really all because of you. You're the one who took this bold step of revisiting the exact same locations over and over. Truly, I mean it. This is unique and different. It's not like anything else out there. You see, I want stories that surprise me, Stanley. I want to have to think. I want to be engaged and not pandered to. We're being fed such unimaginative drivel all the time, and we all know it, which is why we're so starved for content that makes us feel sharp and vital and alive. That's why people like you so much, Stanley. Because you're not afraid to spit in the face of tradition. You're a role model, you know? People look up to you. Which is why, though I didn't know when to spring this on you, but, well, I've gathered a little press conference for you, so that you can talk about your work and your storytelling and your life. Yes, I know you're not much for the public eye, but I thought it would especially mean a lot to the people who have been following you from the beginning. They really look up to you, Stanley. I don't know if you realize the impact you have on them. This is the kind of gesture that might leave a tremendous impact on them for the better.
What in the...
Oh, good, we're here.
Wait, what is this? Wait, what is this? I didn't want to... Oh, okay.
Okay, the room where we're holding the press conference should be just around the corner here somewhere.
All eyes on Stanley, live on stage. All tricks revealed, how we did the pyramids. Live, the guy who went to Mars. To Mars? I didn't know we did that. Look at that guy. That guy just... He's a construction work. He's a building. He's a building. Okay. World Peace. An evening with World Peace Baby. Because we want to hear that.
Yes, here it is, just through this door.
The Stanley Parable, Stanley, tonight live on stage. The man, the process, the myth, the legend, the parable, Stanley, from Stanley Parable. Tonight live on stage. Okay. World's first sentient machine. Doing great. A conversation with Alexander the Great.
All right, are you ready? I've told them you're going to speak a little bit about the nature of surprise in storytelling and what it means to craft a truly unpredictable narrative. Oh, don't worry. You'll do great. Just be yourself and speak from the heart. I'm really proud of you, Stanley.
I love the way that you write.
It looks like they're ready for you. Go get them.
Stanley, my true love for you. My true love for you grows every day. You make me feel alive. Your wife from the apartment ending. That's harsh. There's Stanley. Up and down, up again and down again. Remember where you came from, your co-workers. I got a little mini golf course right there. Okay, the dude who came up with pizza. It's some of your Mario. Here we go. We go. Hello, hello! Hello, I am Stanley. I'm so popular. Hello. Hello, everyone. Oh my. Wow. And we're back.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay. Apologies. That clearly did not go well. I'm not riding the elevator like that ever again. Sadly.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yes, I would do this time. Let's follow the actual story now. Let's not dilly-dally.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
All right, we will go to my boss's office and check out what things go on in there.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay, going in. Okay.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover
8,
not an indication
4,
of
6.
any human life. What could it mean?
Or is it 2, 4,
Stanley
2, 4,
wondered aloud to
2, 4,
nobody.
8, 6?
He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk,
Oh, yes, I did.
pulling books off the shelf,
Pulling books.
looking behind paintings,
Looking behind
desperate for
paintings.
clues to his situation.
Yes.
But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk.
Oh my
What
God.
could its purpose be?
What is it?
In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet.
Oh my
And
feet.
so
I
the
don't have
boss had
feet.
assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845.
2, 8.
But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad,
Random
Stanley
buttons.
happened to input the
Yes,
correct
I'm
code
amazing.
by sheer luck.
By sheer luck.
Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Wait, where's the broom closet? I was gonna do the broom closet again. Fuck. Oh, whatever. I wanted the broom closet. Okay, we're going down. Up again, down again. Up again, down again. Okay.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Yes, I did. Escape? 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 No. No! Mind control facility. We go. We go. Okay. Okay. We're going through. Big light bulb. Thinking real. Oh, what is this? What does it say? Alright. Zooming in real hard.
The lights rose
fuck.
on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself.
Yeah.
Did he have the strength to find out?
Do I have the strength to find out? Oh man. Oh my god, government documents, employee observation protocol. In case of a class 3 event, close system gates and consult with supervisor. Prime your consoles for info dump. Yeah, that's everywhere. Camera.
Now the monitors jumped
Fire.
to life,
Fire.
their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
What am I, like 4-2 something? 4-2 or something like that? Where's my desk? Is that it right there? I don't know. I think that one. That one right there. 432? 433 maybe? What does that one say? Crazy. This is insane. Pirate? Employee pirate? Here we go. Going up.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Crazy.
No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it?
Yes.
Was it even possible?
No.
Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
This doesn't explain why everyone's missing now. So, I'm a little confused still.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place.
Whoa.
And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
I never wanted
For
that.
he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Yes. I will turn it off. I will turn it off. For once and for all. For what does that say? Once and for all. Pressing. Oh. Ah! Jesus Christ, that was actually loud. Excuse me.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes! He had won! He had defeated the machine!
I did!
Unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away.
Yes!
And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved.
Yes.
Where had his co-workers gone?
Yes. where
How
did
had
they
he
go?
been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him.
So
For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go.
Yes,
No
it did.
longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives,
Wow.
it will be
So
his.
pretty.
And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Gorgeous. Maybe I don't. Maybe I just like go back. Cause it'll open, I guess. No? Okay. I'm going through. Freedom. There we go.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen.
Yeah.
And Stanley was happy.
I'm very happy. That's the game? I just got beat the game. That's the game?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay. I probably did. Are you kidding me? That's the game? There isn't any more?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I want to see something. I want to see at the end. I want to see if I can turn it off. Or actually before anything.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley
Let's
knew
be
it
a little
perfectly well.
rebellious.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yes. Yes, no doors. Very nice.
Wow. Yes. This room.
Amazing.
What a beautiful room.
So gorgeous.
What a gorgeous, gorgeous room.
Absolutely.
Thank goodness Stanley had taken this detour on his way to the meeting room.
So beautiful.
Life without having experienced this room was now too horrible even to consider.
So horrible. Okay, now we're gonna go through. We're gonna
But
take a
eager
left
to
here.
get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Cause yes.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Oh, but there's a nice little button here. There's a nice button we can press. Go down. That's okay. It's okay. I wanna go to the broom closet room.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley
Broom
decided
closet!
to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Oh no, no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
This is my favorite room. I just really like this room. It's so nice. Oh my God! Look at that light. And then when you get right here, and then we get and then so yeah, it's my favorite.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Walked downstairs. I heard downstairs. Interesting. What is this? Love letter? Pipes? Nice big old red light I can bash my head in. It's a car. I want to get in that car.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
Couldn't see
Why
it.
did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went?
Exactly.
And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating?
Yes.
No, Stanley said to himself.
No.
This is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue.
I'm crazy.
He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
What the hell? Whoa,
Then
shit.
he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun,
What the hell?
and Stanley marveled
What?
that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd
Description.
and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream.
Yes,
Did
right?
the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream.
12. Well,
So he
AB
closed his
11,
eyes
12.
gently, and he invited himself to wake up.
Wake up.
He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Nope, I'm still here. Shit.
Stanley began screaming.
Ah!
Someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
That's pretty good, huh? Guys thought I died.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
What?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body.
Do something!
And then she turned and ran.
That's something, I guess. Oh man, that's a bummer. Oh, we're back. My name is Mariella.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, I think I'm gonna go all the way back. Go to that ending with the
When Stanley
mind control.
came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
We're gonna do the mind control room. And we're gonna go all the way back, and we're gonna press yes.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
There's a couple things we can still do. There's 2 elevators in there.
The moment he entered his manager's office, Stanley froze
Was
in
that
his
2,
tracks.
4,
Not
8,
a living
5?
soul anywhere. Could he really be
2,
all
8,
alone?
4,
This
5.
was too much for Stanley to... Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
This sucks. It's not great. Okay. Fine.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
I'm feeling a little calm now. I can't believe that. It's so funny. Going down. This game. It's just ending after ending. Okay.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Okay, we're going through.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed
Oh my
with television
lord.
screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley
What
thought
did
to
it have to
himself.
hold?
Did he have the strength to find out?
Do I have the strength to find out? Am I God?
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them,
That's 000.
eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Excuse me.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true.
Could not
Had
be.
Stanley really been under someone's control all this time?
Could I?
Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Oh my god. I've been manipulated.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it?
Yes.
Was it even possible?
No.
Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the
Oh my
operation.
lord.
Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Yes. That's what I'm gonna do. Because I am a big Sigma. Very nice buttons. Mind control idle awaiting input.
And when at last he found the source of the... Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did
Oh,
you?
oh,
After
my
they
bad,
kept
I
you
was-
enslaved all these years. You
My
go and
bad.
you tried to take control of the machine for yourself.
I
Is
meant,
that
I
what
thought
you
it was
wanted?
supposed to be off!
Control?
Calm down!
Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and
Can I
leave.
turn it off now?
If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes.
Oh.
Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't
Shit.
it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star.
Yes, I
It's
am the
your
star.
story now. Shape it to your heart's desires.
Enable backup
this is
power to
much
activate.
better than what I had
Okay.
in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments
Press
until the
two.
bomb goes
Press
off.
two, press
but
two.
what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you.
Green buttons.
About me.
Where's
Where
purple?
we're going. What all this means. I barely know where to
purple?
start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers
Two.
are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated. All right,
Two,
I'm
incorrect.
in a good mood. You're
Four.
gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly
Incorrect.
what happened to
Two.
them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of
Two.
course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons
You have one
endlessly and
attempt
then dying
remaining.
alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone
Oh, dope.
inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though. This version of events has been rather amusing.
3.
Watching you try to make sense
10.
of everything and take back
1,
the control
10.
wrested away from you, it's
1,
quite
3.
rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around
What?
will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds
34.
left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not?
Thank you, thank you.
These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't
1.
grow on trees.
2. Okay, I see, I see.
Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley?
3.
Is it that you have no idea where you're going
3.
or what you're supposed to be doing right now?
3.
Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning
5.
it off? I mean, look at
5,
you.
3. Where's 5?
Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button,
3.
or this door. Everything, anything,
5.
something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten?
Yeah, maybe.
One solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
5. I already hit 5.
Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble.
I'm not humble.
This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't.
Okay.
Take a look at the clock, Stanley.
Okay.
That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle.
Okay.
30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing.
Oh no, I
ending,
feel the diarrhea.
Just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count.
4.
Or don't. It's all the same to me. All a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say,
Please,
happily
please.
ever.
Oh, I died. I died. Not again. There's no winning this. It's just.
How wonderful. Stanley was alone.
What?
Finally. This is great, he thought to himself.
Unfortunate.
This is what I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Is it raining? That's not what he said though. The voice lines are a little off. Huh. New content?
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
What does that mean? What does that mean? Oh, okay. Yeah, let's go. New content. We did it. We beat the game, I guess. I died. And we did it. This is new content.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
Yup.
After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe,
Okay.
a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
Very nice.
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
Yeah. Very nice stuff.
Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Okay.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Yes. I'm
Okay,
very
so far
thrilled.
it's an elevator.
I'm
Nothing
not
special yet,
absolutely
but I'm
tired
sure
of this
it's
game.
just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
I'm gonna go up and down this thing. You know it. Is it gonna move?
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
Yes. Yes. We're doing it right now. Such
I
note.
have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if, Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Yep. This is new content right here. Okay, new content. Whoa! New content.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle?
More like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. What was that? Like a dodecadomino? Like a deuces. I don't know. I can press jump. Oh my god. I can't jump anywhere else though. Can I jump to the? I could jump to the outside. Such amazing. Such amazing stuff they've made in this wonderful game. New content. The jump circle. Amazing. Sorry, I'm like peeking. But amazing stuff. This is what... Oh. Okay, I guess that's a limited new content. That's fine.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
Yeah, bro.
Goodness. Another elevator.
Yeah.
Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content?
I think so.
If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh wait, there's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else.
Yes,
Let's see it.
New content.
I'm ready for whatever it is.
Thank you for Really?
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievement, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this?
Exactly.
I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about.
Okay, that sounds
No
like a good plan.
frills, no gimmicks.
No gimmicks.
Just you and me having a great time together like always.
Okay.
What do you say, friend?
Yes. Let's do it. Sorry, I have a hair splinter. This is very interesting. It's like still in there. It's like right there. Okay, what the hell? This isn't... Okay. I'm in the room. It's great. Okay. Hello. Okay, we're moving on.
Psst! Stanley! Come over here! In the vent! I want to show you something!
Okay. You know, I've never trusted this guy before, but okay. Very nice. Okay. We're loading in. I'm not really expecting this. I don't know what I'm expecting, but I'm curious to see. It's gonna be fun.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past, and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just
Whoa.
our little secret. Take a look.
Okay. I don't know why I'm trusting you. You like blew me up in my past life. Excuse me. Whoa!
I call it the memory zone. It's
So
where I've been
pretty.
storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see, Stanley, doesn't the memory zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release?
Yeah.
Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Buy on Steam, download the demo. The end. 15,000-year-old. What? Ultra conserved words. Wow. Six components of a great corporate culture. Harvard Business Review. These are good times. Okay. Trip down memory lane. Smile because it happened. Why is a dollar bill here? What? Oh, there's the demo. Unachievable. Go outside, don't play for 5 years. Very nice. Very nice. It's just the same thing 3 times, but yeah. Creators is surprisingly down to earth. Oh, there's the death ending. Are these all supposed to be endings? Very nice. Oh, okay. Understandable.
Je suis dans la mémorise.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Mind control facility. Wow. The nostalgic. It was good. Kind of reminds me of the backrooms. Memory zone maintenance. Person of the year. That's her. Oh. Is this how they made the game? That's cool. Wow. This is great, dude.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone. To spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
That's so nice. Can I'd like to get through. If at all possible. Control? Hello? Control. Jump, interact. E. control auto walk. Nope. Serious room. I can't get through because of these goddamn boxes.
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again.
There it is.
Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here?
This is scary. Oh, what in the
Oh
world?
no. God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
No, don't look like it. What? Oh, this one's
Honestly,
so
I
good.
could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Absolutely. So true. This is a very profound game. It's got a lot of deep thought in it. There is no need for change. It's such a wonderful game. Oh,
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered. What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt.
no, absolutely
Not
not.
if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Oh, right here. Here's the
And
skip
here
button.
it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people, and if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like this. The story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once. So now you see, blah 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet. No, until 245.
I'm just gonna let him keep going.
That the logic of elimination working
I wanna
backwards,
see
the
where
deduction
this
therefore
goes.
becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say,
the story, and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably,
It just
we
keeps
all,
going?
until the end of time, at which time everything all at once. So, now you see, blah, 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be.
Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise. Or maybe a manifesto. Look, I'll outline it for you very briefly, and you can tell me what you think. Okay, so my theory is that any choice you've ever made is simply a series of choices made by the person who you are, or were, or will be at the time of having made said choice. That is to say, if by articulating a choice you've already made, you bring that choice into being, then by making no choice and saying nothing, are you not simply erecting in the sanctuary of time a monument to every person you've ever been, making every choice to which you've ever given your Greek gift of mortal and yet timeless thought? Or rather, do all of the choices you've ever made, in fact, make you more not this kind of person, and in fact do the very opposite? You see, it could in fact be both of these things at once, that you are both making choices and not making choices, and that they are both affecting you and not affecting you at the same time by virtue of the fact that you both are and are not making them. Okay, at first, I was leaning towards manifesto, but now I'm going to circle around and slap the treatise label on this one. I think it has much more of a treatise vibe to it.
Treatise.
But wouldn't you say that manifesto just has a much grander sort of tone? It has a mouthfeel that is rich with ambition and history. Ambitious history, if you will. Ah. See, now you've gotten me going back to manifesto. Heavens, at this rate, we're going to be here all day. Okay, look. I have a method for exactly this sort of situation, and I do find myself in this situation frequently. I'm going to say each word back and forth in repeated succession until I become sick of one or the other, in which case the word I am not sick of shall be the victor. It is an unimpeachable strategy, Stanley.
Okay.
It's rescued me from disaster in countless situations. All right, here we go. Treatise, manifesto. 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 Treatise.
I can't go with that.
Well, there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this,
Cookie 9.
and whether they'll edit the rating of their Steam review, or at least change some of the wording, perhaps. To be honest, I don't even know if one can change their review in the first place. I guess I should become better educated on exactly how Steam works. Perhaps that would have been the smart thing to check on before I went about this whole exercise of making the skip button. Although I have to imagine that after seeing this exciting new technology at work, surely whoever it is runs Steam will instantly run out and implement a new feature to make it possible to edit one's review, merely because of this very situation. Yes,
yes.
I think that's quite likely. Or perhaps... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button
What?
has been
The door.
skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30,
Oh, the
45
time.
minutes. It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again.
Okay.
I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait, how do we get out of here? Where did the door go? Wasn't there a door that led into this room?
Yeah.
I do feel quite certain that there was one here before. How else would we have gotten into the room in the first
what is
place?
we?
I don't think one can enter a room without a door of some sort or a window or something like that. Do you see a window anywhere? A porthole?
Maybe
A
that.
sufficiently large crack in the wall?
My
I'll
ash.
take any of these. All I want is for us to move on and to please step away from the skip button to go anywhere else. Stanley!
Yeah,
Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been
12
12
hours.
hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room. Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back.
It's been like a
oh,
year.
my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week.
Whoa.
Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time, just sitting here, not a single person to speak with.
Man,
and you'd
that's
think
sad.
that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking and you saying nothing. Would you think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just talking?
Oh,
but
it's
it isn't,
dead.
Stanley. It isn't the same at all. It isn't even close. Because I know you can't hear me once you push that button. That's what I'm realizing now, Stanley. I'm realizing that I needed to know that someone was listening. I needed there to be a vessel through which my words were moving. It was the vessel I needed, Stanley. Not the outcomes, not the story. None of that matters anymore.
Okay.
I'll give it all up. I'll give up every branching path. I'll burn my story to the ground. One single thing I need, and God, I can see now that I need it more than anything, is to know that someone else is taking it in. These
I'm taking
words
it in,
that I'm
soaking
saying,
it
I
in,
need to
narrator.
know you can hear me. Because maybe, Stanley, maybe, if you can hear me, then maybe it means I'm real.
Yeah, you are.
Maybe I'm not just a fiction. Was I scared of that all along? Perhaps. Yes. Perhaps I've been scared this whole time, that if I stop speaking, I'll slip backwards into the silence and be consumed by it. I can't be taken by it, Stanley. I can't lose myself in the stretch of emptiness between you and me. When you press that button, you're still right there, but I know you're so tremendously far away. And in those moments, the emptiness folds itself outward in between the two of us, and I am suspended in its unyielding quietness. I can feel the edges of my reality curdling inward and decaying. I can tell that I am becoming less and less real. Yet to speak to you now, I am alive. I am truly and completely
He just
here.
keeps
I am
talking.
a being.
I'm
I am
like-
someone. I am something. I am being listened to. I
genuinely
am
just
being
looking through
recognized.
Instagram.
The emptiness between us has collapsed, and I feel right now like I am not a work of fiction. I feel as though I occupy space in this world again, and I have cast a shadow onto the wall. You see what I'm saying, don't you? You can see what this means to me. I'm so clear about it now, Stanley. I feel as certain about this as I've ever felt about anything at all. I feel renewed. I feel restored, and already I can sense the looming silence as you will press the button for the next time.
Nope.
What a terrible dread it strokes in my heart to think of it, to think of returning to such coldness. Come, let us sit in silence together here for just a moment.
I
Let
feel
us
like I should just spam
anticipate
this
it.
button.
Let us welcome it. Let us not...
He's not here anymore.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year.
Oh my
Have
God.
you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you.
Nope.
To begin with,
Hello? Narrator? Did you die? I'm actually sad now. I'm actually really sad. Is he asleep? That's annoying. The battery died. This is gone. Okay, we'll just continue.
but they didn't understand the game
What?
was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. it wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability, it's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world. As though there were no consequences for a lack of cohesion in one's assessment of others. But of course, absolutely anyone can leave a review. So here's what we get. We get these demands that seek everything and are accountable to nothing. We get a world where someone will say, oh, there should be a skip button. You should be able to freeze Stanley in place while the narrator sits there forever and ever. We want all of this in the new Stanley parable. We demand it. And then, because it was said, because it was spoken, now it simply has to happen. The most immediate desires, every single thing demanded by every person at every moment in time. If someone wants it, then it's a crime not to bring it into being. Have we been given to indulging every fleeting whim for no reason other than to do so? Yes! Yes! It seems that this is now the world we live in. It seems that we are a people living in such
This guy's
bleakness
actually
and
woke.
discomfort with ourselves that our entertainment is now our lives. It has come to represent us. It absolutely must speak to who we are as people, because otherwise...
The narrator's gone. This is sad. Still 1 o'clock. No difference.
The end is never the end, 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 is the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end.
I'm scared. I feel like I'm gonna get jump scared at any moment. It's just gonna flood more, I guess. Okay. Oh my god! Narrator? Are you there? I'm like actually genuinely worried for this guy. Oh. Okay. Is this the narrator? I guess we just keep pressing the button. There's vegetation up? What are these? Like tomatoes? Acorns. Why are they PNGs? They're like PNGs of real ones. Narrator. Is he dead? It's all gone now. He just... No offense. That's scary. I'm taking off my headphones. Oh! Yes! What in the world? Where are we? Narrator? I actually care about this narrator. Is it? Can we use a button? We can no longer button. I feel bad. I feel like I shouldn't have clicked it. But, you know. Oh, he's... Oh, narrator.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I'm so severely confused with new content. I gotta check it. No, okay, I want to do the elevator one.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I'd like to go in here. Hey. Yo, 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 yo. My name is Stanley and I'm in this elevator. I'm going down and I'll see my boss this later. I don't know how this game will end. I don't know how I'll be sent off into the horizon. I don't know what's lying in the depths of this game. The code in its name. The Stanley Parable. What rhymes is parable? Okay, let's get back to it. Some guy singing. Yeah. Such good music. Oh, we're good? Oh, is it just a music box? I'm going down, I guess. Yeah. 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 My name is Stanley, and I'm in this elevator. I don't know what, but I'm gonna see my boss later, 'cause now we're in here. Something. The game has so many endings. The bank is giving me lendings of loans I haven't paid off. Debt is stacking up. Don't know what's going up. I have a pup. This game is cool. It's got many endings. My head is going through bendings of mental stress of different levels. I've got many different shovels in my mind, 'cause this game makes you think, and I don't think, because I'm a silly dink, and I've got no name, 'cause my name is Link, and I don't know how to suck, 'cause I don't got no beat. Sure. Where'd they get the soundtrack? My name is Balbe. Don't know where I'm going. The place I'm going is down the elevator. Because I don't know if it's going down or not. It's still like stuck in the same place and just playing music.
Nothing but Mellotron.
My name is Stanley. I don't know where I'm going, but I'm sure hoping with this new content in the new Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe content. Yeah. There's many endings. I'm gonna be lending my mind to this game as the narrator rambles and rambles through his mind to get to a place of philosophical ending, lending his thoughts to me because I'm a silly guy. I'm a little Stanley and I don't know where we are going. The elevator's not moving. I don't know. It's shaking. Do you see that? Okay. Yeah. I'm in an elevator to my boss's room. About to go to his bank and I'm about to boom in my bank account. Man, M's in my bank account. And 4 M's in my bank account. Yo. Step forward? Okay, we're done. Okay, we're in. Wonderful stuff. Wonderful stuff.
Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad.
Okay.
Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Quelle surprise.
Okay. Quelle surprise. Okay. Here we go. Okay. That was a new line. I don't know why he would say that, but yeah. Okay, you want to see anything new?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
No, there's an escape here, though.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Okay. Tight.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
I will confront my death. Okay. Okay, this is my violent death. Here we go. Oh, he wasn't lying. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Oh. Okay,
As
we're
the machine
moving.
whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life.
Oh god, no.
Farewell, Stanley.
Please. Please, no. Please. Oh.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator.
Who is
as
this?
Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Oh, what the hell? Okay. The Stanley Parable.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Corridor. Filing cabinets. All the paintings. Stanley's computer. Whoa. Oh yes, I love this! Oh, that one's pretty cool too. Oh man. Office. Is this it? I like that one. What are these computers for? Office computers. Some installations. This one had solitaire. This one database. Interesting. Nice. What's in here? Office clock. Boss's office. Very, very minuscule over there. Lounge. Underground.
Now then, this elevator for sure would get him right back on track to where he was supposed to be in the story.
Kevin Braiding.
Stanley jumped in the river.
For roughly 3 separate times.
Nothing there. Shoot. Well, try the other one then. Now then, this elevator for sure would get him right back on track to where he was supposed to be in the story. Where were all of his co-workers? Oh, I don't know. How about they're throwing Stanley came to the table?
That's crazy. This is incredibly odd. This is very nice though. Wait a minute. Countdown task. Wait a minute. Monitor room elevator. Countdown room. It's just everything. My desk. Lounge. This is odd. I mean, just going through this. Am I really just dead? Stanley would end up on a battlefield fighting aliens? Oh, this is the maintenance room. Okay. I guess nevertheless. Oh, what is this? Greetings, omnipotent voice. Oh. Transfer 24 million. Wong Yong. Red diff mail. Dead, strong, bad. How do you type? Nice. These are great. What do the lights in the control room do? I really want to know. Montgomery Jones. Okay. I think we're done here. I think our business is ceased. And we are going to make way to that other ending. Of course, there's other content I do want to go over. I will always go. I will almost definitely do that.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
That's it.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
I died. I could have done Alt F4. Or Alt Q. Oh, and we're back. Alright, I think for now, with 2 hours on the clock, that is most definitely enough time registered for this lovely game. I will, of course, play more and see what other endings I can get. But for now, we will let this game be. Let it ferment in my mind as the thoughts of the narrator and the relationship between him and Stanley counteract each other, juxtapose their own positions. See what it really means on a deeper level. Other than that, though, thank you so much for watching. If you are watching this, have a wonderful rest of your day. And as always, enjoy every sandwich.